This is a HeadGum podcast.
I feel like today is like another birthday for the podcast because it's National Coffee Day.
Did we celebrate this last year?
I hope we did. I don't remember what we did last week on the podcast. So,
is there like a website that I can use to track all of those, like National Cookie Day, World Waffle and Syrup Day? Like, where is that?
Definitely has to be something like that. I don't know. It's just like random organizations that always just say like, today's gonna be this day.
Yeah, like if all the brands are in on it, do they get like a fucking newsletter that's like a calendar? And it's like, all right, Taco Day's Wednesday, July 18th. You know?
Yeah, I know.
They utilize that shit. I mean, you know Amazon does.
Yeah, I know. I was studying it when I was looking into working there, but
I want to start. I tried to make coffee cups today, and yeah, you know, it's a work in progress. Chris broke the handle off one, and I kind of gave up after that.
I'm really sorry about that. Let me just say, I'm really sorry.
I'm really not that upset. I just like, at that point, I was just like, all right, it's not, you know, for me today.
The coffee mug seems like it's going to be a bit more of an experience.
A pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm getting that.
Yeah.
And then I made some really good pumpkins, and then that's all she wrote. I was going to say that I wanted to make like a little thing for each random holiday that there is. Like if there's pretzel day or whatever, like, I'm going to take a little picture of.
Well, you already got a pretzel made, so there you go.
I know. You
Whenever that comes.
Because I haven't shaded it yet, and he's like,
I'm shading you for not shading that
he's
fucking
like, you
pretzel.
haven't shaded that pretzel. I'm like, bitch, I'll get to it. Anyway, this is Coffee with Chrachel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris, and that's why we love Coffee Day so much.
Yeah, we do.
We love coffee. We missed out, like, I wasn't paying attention to my Twitter, but Postmates is doing a thing today where they would give you a free Starbucks pumpkin spice.
Oh, I got a pumpkin spice today, but it was from Cherry Street.
Yeah, we discovered Cherry Street's pumpkin spice.
Oh.
And, guys.
It's good, and it comes, like, later in the year, which I find erotic. You know, make me wait, tease me with that pumpkin, you know? But, like, honestly, Starbucks, I love you sometimes, but I don't know, like, August, I just think of that one Akilah Hughes video where she's drinking a pumpkin spice in, like, August in the New York heat. And it was just called, like, the Pumpkin Spice Challenge, and her challenge was just to drink it without throwing up. And it was really funny. You should watch her videos.
It's just a little too early sometimes for the pumpkin spice, and that's coming from me.
Yeah,
I
like that Cherry Street came out whenever that was.
Yeah, the Cherry Street stuff is really fucking good. It tastes like pumpkin pie. Like Starbucks is just pumpkin flavor. Like
it's very sweet though.
Yeah,
the Cherry Street one just tastes like
they have more spice to them.
Spices of pumpkin without the sweetness. So obviously I'm into it.
But yeah, Postmates is doing a thing where you can get a free Starbucks pumpkin spice, and then all you have to do is pay for delivery of it.
Yeah, but you just use someone's code and then
and then there you go. But I totally forgot about that, or I didn't see it, and we missed out on that.
In on that.
I'm really upset.
I feel like we miss out a lot on like the free ice cream day. We used to miss free water ice.
Yeah, Rita's water ice, still a mystery.
Mm-hmm. I was really into that. It was the first day of spring.
Yeah.
It's technically been the 22nd, I think, was the first day of fall, but it's not meteorological fall, right?
Yeah, it falls before.
Also, I hate saying that word. Fuck that word.
Meteorological?
Meteorological. Like,
try spelling it. Like, it's too
I can
much.
spell it better than I can get it off the old tip. I don't like it. Meteorology.
Just, clouds. That's all you gotta say.
Clouds and rain.
Cloudology.
Skew-tees, whatever.
Oh my god, skew-tee diagrams.
It's like, wow, that's so funny that one person that might have studied meteorology just laughed. Like, maybe one person.
Stop.
I feel like we would have had at least one person come to us and be like, hey, we study meteorology, and that's never happened in the fucking, 6 years that we've been on the internet.
Oh, yeah, I thought you meant, 6 years of this podcast. I was like, wait, where have I been?
Girl, you forgot about Coffee with Rachel.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I didn't care for alliterations back then. I was just here to gab. Honestly, you know how I somewhat find, solo podcasts a little weird? Mm-hmm. They can be not weird if you really have an idea of what you need to say.
Yeah.
And if you're also, I don't know, interviewing or I don't know, answering questions, I guess.
This style of podcast that we're doing would not work, I don't think, as a one person. Like, it's got to be topical.
But couldn't I don't think anyone should. But if anyone could talk endlessly with no other person, it would be me.
Yeah.
Which is, that. It's something. It's definitely
That's a skill to be utilized somewhere.
Bitch, I had a job interview today, and
That's a wild experience.
Well, first of all, I realized that the last time I had an in-person job interview, I've been interviewed, but not for employee.
Yeah.
Employment. And it hadn't been since I applied to work at MAC Cosmetics in like 2010.
And they were like, bitch, you got to get rid of this YouTube channel.
Oh my God, I remember that. But if you guys have been following me for a while, then I made videos about that whole experience. But that's the last time I've been in a job interview.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
She was rusty. Not really. It was fine, but me and Chris do this shit. I don't know if anybody else does this, but if you have someone in your life that you can do this with, I recommend it, where you just like ask each other job interview questions that are typically asked.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I prepared Chris, like, how many times have I done that for you? It's so fun for me. I love playing the role of the boss lady binge.
How many fucking jobs have I applied for in the past?
And I'm like, all right, so we've perfectly nailed down the question that you ask the interviewer at the end.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that I feel like always stumps me. Like, I remember applying for Starbucks and getting those interviews. And, oh, my God, the target interviews for Starbucks were like, you had to interview with, like, several people. 4, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they would always ask. And I just never knew what the fuck to ask. So I'm always like, what do you really like about working here?
Yeah.
But there's better questions that you could ask. Like, one of my favorites is, what is the most challenging thing about this position, in your opinion?
Yep, that's always a good one.
Because I want to know, honestly, spill the tea on the position.
I was actually going through at Amazon, I was doing, like, some, like, interviewing around and whatever, and, like, they were kind of, like, not serious interviews, but one of the interviewers had said that, like, I didn't have any questions afterwards because they answered all my questions, and they were like, I would just give you a heads up that you should really have some questions to ask.
Yeah,
the
I always
interviewer.
ask
like it's something that you should always do, even if it's just something simple. Like, what do you like about this
Where
job?
do you see the future of blank going?
Yeah,
literally, just something.
What are the top 3 skills that you'd like to see in an applicant for this position?
Yeah, Chris is honestly like, he should make a resume writing business. We had, who complimented you on your resume?
It was the position I just got. One of the people that interviewed me for that, they
said they'd never seen a resume like it, but it was great. Like, that's awesome.
And honestly,
what a better compliment.
I was happy they said it was really good, but I was taken aback because I literally just, when I made my resume, I went to Google, searched basic resume format, and just used that.
And edited it a little bit. It looks really, I mean, it's Times New Roman. I mean, it's classic.
Yeah.
Is it really, or is it Georgia? I couldn't tell.
Honestly,
it's one of those.
It might even be Calibri because that's the new basic.
Oh, it does not look like a Calibri. A Calibri.
It's
I don't know how.
Calamari, you know?
Who knows?
It's probably
But,
Times.
like, honestly, let's just dive into this typography. Are you a serif or a sans serif?
First, you have to remind me on the difference.
I think, if I could be correct, sans serif is the one that is like a Helvetica. Like, there's no little floop floop.
Yeah,
you know.
There's no little feet on the H, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because it's like without serif. I'm assuming serif is like extra shit.
So serif's like being extra.
We're tackling Latin here on the show. We were talking about the coffee we're drinking. But honestly, I'm more of a sans serif myself.
Me, I'm a sans serif.
I like the clean lines.
Me as well, you know. I think from now on we should start describing people that are being extra as being serif. You know, wow, like
we should. You know how we used to have like the scale of cheese for people? Maybe we should do like a font. Like, we just say like what kind of font.
Wow, you're being really Helvetica right now.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Like Ian Murphy is like, you know that font that they used in Juno. You know, like the boxy, sketchy font. That's fucking Ian Murphy. If you're listening. I don't know. I just wanted to
drag you again.
Tweet me and I'll give you a fun. That's the one thing about YouTube that I always really found fun was like downloading fonts from defont.com.
Yeah. Who's a wingdings out there?
Oh, that's Squeezy. Because he's encrypted.
Oh, shit. Hacked. Know? Edward Snowden over here.
Lila's like a bubble font, you know?
Oh, my God. Like she's not Comic Sans. No.
Like a bubble font like you would get from a download.
Okay.
Not like
one.
A premium bubble is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel you. I guess we should talk about the coffee that we're having.
It's my fave, I think.
This is from Seattle Bincho, Jade.
Yes, and it's the toasted coconut that I love.
Yeah, from Lion Coffee. And honestly, when this bag runs out, which, by the way, Jade sent us, like, the biggest bag of coffee I've ever seen in my life.
We already found it on Amazon, and we're ready.
We are ready because
we're locked and loaded.
You've hooked us. This is probably one of my favorite flavored coffees that I've ever had.
And you're not even a big coconut binge.
No, yeah, but I mean, you know, dating you've really turned me onto the coconut.
It's because people are, like, afraid of it because all they've ever had was a fucking snowball.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm not going to eat this, like, shaved plastic.
Or, like, an Almond Joy or something. A Mounds.
Ooh, a Mounds.
A Mounds.
I liked those. Like, I was into those. But, like, if you've never had, like, coconut shrimp, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta have that now, because I haven't had a coconut shrimp.
Oh, they're like my favorite way of preparing a shrimp, and it's like not.
I feel like they're gonna be a favorite way of mine as well.
Oh, duh. And like, it just really is the only reason why I would ever go to Outback.
Bloomin' Onion.
Like, remember when going to Outback was like a night?
That was us.
Bloomin' Onion was like, whoa, we are feeling like we're just on the most ritzy date of our lives.
Yeah, it was because it was a half hour away.
And we could never finish that onion.
No.
No matter how hard I tried.
It was blooming to the fullest extent.
Remember when your car died in the parking lot?
Yo, that was the worst day of my life.
We went on a date, and we went to, what is that shitty Italian place that's a chain that's not all Carrabba's. Yeah, because they had this, like...
They're owned by the same company, so it's Carrabba's and Outback together, like, in one building, basically.
They were like, you know those KFC Taco Bells? Those exist, by the way. Like, or a Dunkin' Donuts KFC, or like a Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins. There's all kinds.
Dunkin' Donuts Baskin Robbins.
A lot of collabs happening out here in America.
Yeah.
But we were at a Carrabba's, and because we would always get that, like, appetizer with the goat cheese medallions.
Oh, God,
and then we would make it at home, and it just wasn't as good.
Yeah.
I don't know what they put in that sauce, but I
pulled up in my shitty fucking car.
Was it the Sunfire? Or was that post-Sunfire Subaru?
I don't remember.
Did you have a Subaru? Maybe I just made that up. Saturn. That's what it was.
It was a Saturn, yeah. Saturn post-Saturn not being a company anymore, so you know.
They don't... What?
Yeah, it's not a company
It's
anymore.
not even a planet anymore. Did you hear that?
Whoa,
I'm
really?
just kidding. I fucking made that up. Neil deGrasse Tyson pops out of a, like, box. He's like,
you're
bitch,
wrong.
That's wrong.
But yeah,
Squeezy's eating that box. Squeezy's straight up, like, eating cardboard.
Squeezy, okay. You need to stop. But we pulled into the spot, and all of a sudden, like, as I was pulling into the spot, like, I felt something horribly wrong, and...
Well, we went inside and ate dinner? Is that what happened?
No. Once we pulled into the spot, like, I knew that something was bad, and I don't think we went in... Like, we waited.
I straight up don't remember.
I just remember it was just a really long time because we had to wait like an hour for AAA to show up.
See, I thought like we ate and then we came out and your car was like not working and then we had to wait to get
No, you have the better memory, so that's probably what happened.
I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't have lasted in that parking lot without eating. Like, come on.
Yeah, but also... Oh, yeah, you're probably right. I probably did, have a pleasant meal.
Yeah.
Being just not knowing that there was going to be hell afterwards.
Yeah. That's fine.
I guess I should give a coffee fact. We're really just jumping into the topics today.
Didn't we get towed when we went to see Lord of the Rings, too? Or The Hobbit?
Yes. It was The Hobbit.
Yeah, because that's the only movie that would have existed in the theater.
It was the first Hobbit, and had to get my car towed.
And we had to get towed.
I do not miss having a car, guys. I really don't. Like, I am the happiest person alive not having to fucking drive,
there
except for some
always
cars.
something wrong, or you'd have to shovel it. Like, that's it. You'd have to dig her out before going to anywhere.
Buying the oil and the gas and the checkups and I just don't...
not thinking about gas prices. Not giving a single fuck about gas prices.
It's fantastic.
I mean, I know that they're like typically... I remember... What was the years... There was like a decade in there where it was just like everything was crazy. It was like $6 or something.
Yeah.
It's lowered now, but I don't know what the...
Oil prices are at like a really low right now, apparently.
Can we just all switch to batteries?
Yeah, aka Teslas.
Oh, we're going to have to talk about the Mars bullshit.
Yeah, we are.
Elon Musk. But anyway, coffee fact.
Coffee fact is that in 1903, Ludwig Roselius, a German coffee importer, invented decaffeinated coffee by accident. Ooh.
Any details?
There's details.
Good.
Roselius's coffee bean shipment was soaked with water during shipping. The exposure to so much water extracted much of the caffeine from the beans without altering the taste of the beans that much. By a bit more experimentation, decaf coffee was born.
So you waterlog the coffee,
and it pulls out all of the caffeine.
But then the coffee water that you create, is that like cold brew?
No, it's just like caffeine water.
So, I mean, they probably use that for like something.
You know, life's little mistakes. I love it. This is how things are born.
I love happy accidents.
So let's talk about SpaceX since you brought that up. Because,
if you don't know what that is, get ready. Lock in.
He's basically, changing our world one step at a time.
I didn't realize that his whole Tesla plan was to get to Mars. I thought it was just going to be cars. I didn't know we were going to be doing rockets.
I feel like when he was like 2 years old, he made up a plan, and this is what it was.
Yeah.
And it's just too much for me to handle.
I just really hope that they're projecting what time? Like 2020?
Like 2025.
Crazy.
Yeah.
NASA says something different. NASA says like 2040.
30.
Okay.
But that's for their Project Orion, which they just started, is what
either way, if we don't get to Mars in my lifetime, I'm going to be bitter.
I know.
I want people on Mars. That would just be so cool to experience. The big question is, say they make this all happen, like say he does his bullshit with Elon Musk, and he makes this like crazy rocket that's awesome, that can the thing that drops off the rocket comes back to Earth, and you can reuse, recycling rocket. Cool. Say it's safe as fuck. They already have a metropolis on Mars, Marstropolis. Would you do it?
At that point, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna die, it might as well be.
You want to die in space?
Space travel on the way to Mars, that's what I want.
Don't you think it'll be only the weirdos that go? Do you think it would be...
Well, it's going to have to be rich-ass people, probably.
Well, yeah, but they're trying to make it what did they say? They
want it to be the cost of a median house in America.
$200,000.
Yeah, that's the goal price.
To get what, a studio on Mars?
No, just for the trip.
So then, what is your housing situation? Are they micro apartments? I mean, there's a whole planet.
Exactly.
But
who the fuck knows?
What's going to be... I thought, okay, I can't do that because I'll have a cat in my life at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not taking a cat to space.
Yeah, he can't be cooped up in a spaceship for 2 years.
No.
Or whatever it is. I don't know how long it takes to get there.
We don't fucking know, but...
Basically, the plan, though, is that, Elon wants to make humans an interplanetary species, is what he says.
Yeah, so, we should be hopping planets like we're getting in and out of Uber.
Exactly. And he said...
I don't know if I'm ready for that. I can't even, go downstairs to check the mail.
His plan was basically, he doesn't want us to just, go to Mars and step on it for the first time. He wants there to be...
That's not what they're going to do. They're going to dust off some rocks and, look for shit.
No, but I mean, his plan is, there's going to be, a whole city there and everything. We're going to build our first city on Mars, and...
What do you think that flag is going to look like? And what's the national bird of Mars? And the national flower?
When does, eventually this happens, there's going to be a war between Mars and Earth.
What?
You know that would happen, right? Like, in, like, a couple 100 years from now, like, we get to Mars, we make a plan on there.
Well, honestly, the people on Mars, like, they can't invade Earth after. Like, if you're born on Mars and there's all that gravity...
Yeah, by the way, Mars is 33% of Earth's gravity.
Yeah, so they're floaty.
Yeah.
Right? They can't, like, invade Earth again and, like, they're too brittle. They would snap. Like,
I know.
It wouldn't work.
There would definitely be some tensions, though.
But
They
it
would be cutting.
Like,
well, yeah, maybe, send some things.
We're thinking ahead, man.
I'm thinking ahead. Mark my words. Write it down in the history books, guys. I said it here first.
Chris Hubbard, what's the year? 2016.
Predicted the great nuclear...
World's War.
War of the Worlds. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's what they wouldn't call it war.
Yeah,
World's War. Tom
Cruise is going to be running from aliens,
Yeah, because...
Rachel!
Fuck that movie. That movie, I was like, what? Anyway, so Chris is going to Mars and he's leaving me here. Cool.
Yeah.
But the days are only, like, a half hour longer than on Earth, so at least that's pretty, like, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, half hour more of beauty sleep. So let's talk about more current future things that are happening, like who our next president's going to be. Oh. And the fact that there was a first debate in between Hillary and Trump. Honestly, I don't know how it normally goes, but I feel like it's just late. Like, it's almost October. Like, I thought they would have started earlier on this shit.
Yeah.
That's
basically what I feel, to sum it up. It was something else.
It was something.
There are people saying that Trump actually won, which I'm, like, very confused because were we watching the same thing?
No, Hillary Clinton definitely won that debate
with class.
Yeah, and I hate that people are saying that she was, like, too prepared. Like, literally, like, that's just, like,
it's just straight up sexism.
That's Trump's, like, thing getting in your head that he was being like, I'm not prepared for this. He says, like, he's not prepared for it.
It's disgusting because, like, a woman doing this job, like, of course is going to be performing, like, above and beyond to, like, make
sure that everything is, like, okay,
Yeah. And then you got this, like, blob who is just fucking making everything up. Everything out of his mouth is a fucking lie, and he's got no goddamn plans.
Yeah.
And they're like, her downfall is that she's too prepared and, like, too capable. And it's like, oh, we'll just give it to this schmuck just because he's got, like, what? Money and maybe?
Like,
we don't even know.
It's another fucking, like, misogynistic thing, but, like, people are always like, oh, she's not like that, like, she's a little too cold,
she's not personable
enough. I don't give a fuck if my president is like, of course I want them to be like, do
I want them to be an asshole? No. But do I want them to be, like, super and crazy charismatic? Like, that's not what I'm looking for in a president.
No, like, sure, Obama is very charismatic and stuff, but, like, he has a lot of professionalism to him too.
You know that can help you, win over audiences.
Yeah.
And win over voters and win over even, I don't know, citizens. But, like,
when I have somebody negotiating fucking peace deals and making sure we don't get bombed, like, I want them, I don't care if they can say a joke when they're having a debate or something, like,
God, I don't know, man.
It's just too much, but I think this debate just made everything, very clear on who the winner should be.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
But I think that all the time, and there's,
Yeah, I know. There's
what he was saying about stop and frisk made me want to fucking scream.
I can't believe it. Like,
it was literally ruled unconstitutional. Everybody that hears that phrase knows that it was something that was used to racially profile people.
Yep.
And yet he's out here, like, praising it. He's like, oh man, like, New York really did a good thing there. And it's like, how fucking stupid are you? Like, It's insane. I don't...
He also body shamed, saying that, like...
He had to bring up Rosie O'Donnell again. I'm like, bitch, can you fucking move on? I don't even know what their feud is. And honestly, I like Rosie O'Donnell a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand where that even comes from. Also, what he said about fucking the beauty pageant, the woman that won the beauty pageant.
Yeah.
When he was, like, running that shit. awful shit.
You guys could just read up on all of these different things that he said. Also, that he didn't deny that his hotels were racially discriminating. He said, well, a lot of other places were in this lawsuit too, so there you go. Or what about
him, like, admitting that he doesn't pay his taxes and being like, that's a smart business move? Like, I cannot believe, like, American citizens like trust this like shady ass man. He's like, oh, it's business. It's like, okay, well, this is a country that you have to run where there's laws and justice and like real like penalties and I just don't understand.
He's just like so.
It's like, okay, no rule fucking matters except for the one that says I can smoke my gun. Like, that's it. That's the only one that matters. Oh, and women can't have abortions. Those two, then we're fine,
It's too much, the cybers. That's all
the cybers, and not very into police judge or whatever.
Oh my god, yeah, and also
he's not even like a good public speaker. Like, fuck.
There's so many compilation videos where you can see him just contradicting himself. But when he said that he never said global warming was something made up by the Chinese government,
and it was like a tweet from like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and like they deleted it now, by the way. But we have
screenshots.
There's so many screenshots. So
just hearing people like not believe in climate change I'm so dry when I think about it.
That one just frustrates me the most because I was literally studying it in college and I saw the information and like I was there, I was doing the science.
I don't understand when there's literal like scientific physical proof of something that they just don't believe in it.
That's like how so many things are, is that like the whole thing now
fossils.
That the mentality is that
I'm just saying, like they don't believe that the earth is as old as we fucking know it is. But that's for a whole other ballgame.
Yeah. But that's different. The mentality of people is that like there's so many specialists and scientists and professionals out there telling you what you should think that there, maybe we should just make our own decisions.
Maybe we should just think about it.
Maybe we should just ignore them all and make our own judgments with no facts or evidence.
Let's just burn up.
That's basically what everybody's mentality is. That's how like anti-vaxxing is a thing.
Oh yeah.
God. Which, by the way, just like related to that, it's a good thing though. The measles is completely eradicated in the Americas.
Whoa.
Yeah, but they said the biggest threat to it coming back is not vaccinating. Yeah.
There's a lot of people not doing it and like spreading shit. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Please do it.
Please do the vaccinations. It's a good thing.
I remember when there's one vaccine that I got that was like a lot of people were anti, and it was the one for HPV.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the vaccine when I think I was like in 9th grade, and I mean, it was like the only shot I've ever gotten that actually hurt.
Oh, yeah, there's always this, like, tetanus shots also.
Oh, fuck the tetanus shots. I remember those.
Yeah.
Your arm is like so sore after.
I don't understand how that works.
I don't know, but the HPV shot, it like singed like going in, and you had to get it 3 separate times, and I had a golf ball welt on my arm every time I got it. It like really did not agree with me, but I mean,
remember when you got a shot in your ass for a headache?
Vaguely. Oh my god, you're right. That happened.
I was there for that.
So there is a period of time where I was getting like horrible migraines, and it was like just not a good time in my life. And I had like a blinding migraine, I would say. Like it's one of those ones that's just like, yeah, you like literally just couldn't see. It was the worst I've ever had. And that was when I was like, okay, I'm kind of freaked out. Like, nothing is working. I think I had, like, eaten, drank, like, caffeine, taken everything. And I was like, all right, we're going to have to go in. And, yeah, they had to give me whatever they did. It was in my ass. And I got rid of it.
And then, like, another time I went to the hospital for a really bad migraine, and they just gave me some fluids and, like, some medicine that I just took, like, a pill or something like that. And it was just normal. And then I remember you were like...
By the way, the reason why we had to go to the ER for these things is because our fucking infirmary at college was closed at, like, 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So anytime you were dying or anything, you'd have to go to the fucking ER. I mean, if you're dying, you should go to the ER. But like,
you know what I mean.
If I, like... I don't know...
If you had just like a pretty bad cold, you still had to go to the ER because that's the only thing you had.
And it was so expensive. And my parents used to get so mad because I'd get these like expensive copay bills or whatever to the insurance. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, that's what happens.
I remember you were like so mad that like I got to go in and just get some medicine. You go in and you get a shot in your ass, and I remember it hurt.
Oh my god, I remember Squeezy like cuddled up by my face, and it was like the first time he had ever shown me affection.
Oh, Squeezy,
he knew I wasn't feeling good.
You tender fellow.
I know, he's a fucko.
So you finished the second book of Harry Potter now.
Little Harry Potter update. You know, why does Aragog have to be a spider? If I'm being honest, why, you know, if you're really into that whole like 8 legs thing, why don't we have Octagog? That's my
I just almost spit my coffee out.
If I were gonna edit Harry Potter, that's what I would do. And I would have it just be like in some sort of pond in the haunted forest.
Octagog, it's a menacing 8-sided figure that just pops out of the woods.
It's just a stop sign. Okay, but like, alright, so when Chris and I watched the movies, which was like in 2011 or something crazy, so it was forever ago.
Yeah, it was 2011.
I just made that up. And
actually it's 2012.
I don't think it really matters, honestly.
It was 2012, listen.
Anyway, so we watched the movies, and it was like, we watched them very quickly, and that movie, I remember, you know, there's a lot of spiders that happen, and I'm very not into spiders. Like,
that was like the only thing you knew going in besides that, like, Harry Potter was a wizard. Like...
What, to that movie?
Like, to the Harry Potter series.
I didn't know anything about the spiders. Oh. You were like, you didn't warn me.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't. Oh, now it's coming back. Yeah. Now I'm remembering. I'm mad at you again. I remember.
Shit, guys.
He, like, is like, we're having a great time. He's like, oh, yeah, like, McGonagall. There's a cat. Like, Mrs. Norris. It's, like, all fun and games. Hagrid. Fucking Hedwig, you know? I'm thinking this is going to be a great time. Second movie rolls around, and there is a vivid spider scene that I think we all know. Not to mention there's sprinklings of them throughout the movie.
Yep.
But there's one vivid, and it's almost too long. Like, it could be at least a 20-minute segment of that movie. And it's like they cut out so much of that fucking book, but they gotta make the spider scene 1/3 of the movie. And,
not here for it.
Wasn't into it. Let's just say that. I felt so itchy. But I didn't remember it, like, as vividly as when we watched it last night. Because I had to read the book, and then you're getting this, like, detailed description of, like, giant spiders. And they're saying, yeah, it's the size of a baby elephant. And I'm screaming. And something about pincers. And, like, if there's one word, you know how everybody hates moist? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Pincer.
Pincer is not good.
Could absolutely live without that word. Mm-hmm. And so then we watched the movie, and I swear it was 10 times worse than the first time I saw it. And I think in general, I'm going to skip that movie if we ever decide to rewatch.
Oh, yeah. I feel that.
Or we can just, like, skip that scene. I get it. You talk to the big spider, and then there's a lot of action stuff that happens after that.
So you're also not a big fan of the Dobster.
Okay, I have a controversial opinion. And listen, I'm loving everything else. Don't get me wrong. Everything else.
She's voraciously reading these books, guys. Like, she was like...
I was very angry that they left out Halloween and the Death Day party in the fucking second movie. What was up with that?
Yeah.
It's like Nearly Headless Nick. Like, no one even gave a shit that he was petrified because he didn't have that whole, like, charismatic scene that happens.
Exactly.
You know. But anyway. Dobster. I have to say that I think that Dobby is the Jar Jar Binks of Harry Potter.
And that's like, bam, wow. That's a statement.
Now, I am only on the second book, aka his appearance. And that's my opinion of him as it. Yes, I think it's sweet and Harry frees him the sock. I get the whole thing. I just think, like, anytime there's, like, a big CGI character
Gollum
that, like, speaks not in, you know, they speak in, like, third person.
Yeah.
Gollum. Yeah.
Who else?
Gollum, Jar Jar, and fucking Dobby. They're like the same character, and Smeagol, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Gollum or Smeagol, it's the same character.
See, I thought they were two.
Yeah.
Whatever. Either way, any of those guys. Anything that's like, you are CGI the whole time, I'm not into you.
Yeah, I
can't think of another one.
Any other thoughts about the Chamber of Secrets?
I'm loving it. I mean, yeah.
Good. I mean, I know
the
that...
basilisk in the movie, though, was hella wimpy compared to what I imagined.
Yeah, he is very, like, I know he's
like
a big
skinny
one, but he's still slender.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if he had a fatter head.
I don't know. He just needed to be a little bit better. But that's fine.
I know that, like, a lot of people really like the Chamber of Secrets, but I kind of think somebody's just slamming their door.
I know.
I kind of think that Chamber of Secrets would be my least favorite of the 7.
The only reason, I mean, I'm liking it because it has a lot of important little details that are going to be, like, big to the plot. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just building up a lot of stuff that gets important later on.
A lot of shit gets done.
Yeah.
And, you know, I like that we got a lot of ghost backstory.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite ones are one we get later in the series, and then, like,
Isn't 5 your favorite, or 4?
I actually really like 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I love them all.
I'm just glad that I barely remember what happened, the details.
I just love it when, like,
I just know
all
the big things.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like, the universe gets really detailed, I guess.
And that everything, like, every small detail, like, really matters and is going to come up later and foreshadow something. Or, like, everything is leaving you. I like Harry Potter so far because it's kind of like Lost, where there's a bunch of shit happening and, like, you don't really understand why. And they never give you answers, but you're going to find out later. Lost just really doesn't give you a lot of answers. This does.
Like, it gives you enough answers in each book to be like, here's reason to, like, continue on. Here's some
like
shock.
It reveals
but then
something big, but leaves you with more questions.
Yeah, and it's nice.
Who was I talking to that was telling me that the smartest thing about it was that they don't really describe any technology or anything, so it never can age.
Yeah, it's true.
That is smart. Like,
so
this book
secluded.
could be totally timeless.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point. You know?
I would live without technology if I had magic.
Well, fuck yeah, I would too. No need to send somebody a text message.
Scrubbing those pots just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want the Weasley's clock where, I mean, we don't have, like, a huge family. It's just us. But, I mean, like, we could have
So if I go to the kitchen, you want to know where I am?
I just want to see the arms move to know where you are, you know?
That's another thing. Oh my god, Percy, like, he's so in the books, and, like, he's annoying in anyway. I don't really have a big affection for him.
Yeah.
I just, he's the prefect. We get it.
Yeah.
And, like, in the movies, he, like, had no speaking lines except for, like, one. And also he looks like Alex Day in the movies, which was disturbing.
Oh, yeah, he does. It's really weird, but he really does not have a role at all in the movies. I was commenting, I saw this before when we first watched them all through, but now watching them again, I like to pay attention and pretend that I hadn't read the books. And, like, just seeing, like, what
if
information...
you could piece together the plot.
Like, the information that they give you, like, what would it...
Remember
like, would
my
it make
initial
sense?
opinion of the whole series? I was like, it's okay.
You didn't understand Ginny and Harry, like, at all.
Yeah.
Also, like, at the end of the Chamber of Secrets, we were laughing during, like, the end, because we were like, can you imagine somebody had never read the book, and, like, they're just watching this bird cry on this kid's arm?
Yeah, because they don't explain the fact that the Phoenix tears, like, have a whole situation, and so you just, like, see this bird, like, lean over and, like, start crying. I'm like, that would have been so funny. I probably laughed the first time I watched that. Also, birds. Amazing.
Birds are a prime feature of the series.
Birds and snakes, two things I really enjoy.
Rachel giggles and just gets really giddy anytime Hedwig nibbles Harry's ear, which happens a lot.
Yeah. It's just, I love that. I want Hedwig, and also Lila is the cat version of Hedwig.
Honestly, if she sat like a fucking owl, she would look like Hedwig.
She should be Hedwig for Halloween, and Squeezy can be
Mrs. Norris. Book Norris, not movie Norris.
You right.
Yeah. So also another thing that a lot of you guys shared with us, but we saw is that No Man's Sky.
Oh my god.
Having a fucking thing.
Is it like a lawsuit technically, or
it's more like an investigation.
Action. Yeah.
So basically there's like some like UK administration or something like that.
The UK is very strict about advertising laws and like common Federal Trade Commission
stuff.
Yeah.
Things related to advertising to people, and so they're basically launching an investigation into No Man's Sky for false advertising the game, because the videos and pictures that they show on Steam
versus what actually
the game is really just not anything what it looks like. And so they have like a whole list of things that you can go read of like what their specific bulleted complaint or things are. They make sense. Like the whole interface just doesn't look anything like. Yeah. I know exactly what trailer they're thinking of, and it's right. The interface doesn't look anything like the video. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're just investigating
even the movement of things is the same. And they said it was like gameplay, so that's where it's like, okay.
That's why, like, if you ever watch a video game trailer, 99% of the time it's going to say in small text on the bottom, like, this footage is not indicative of final game product.
Yeah, and, like, I get that with games, that they're going to be tweaking it, and, like, I don't expect menus. You know, every day I have, like, games on my iPad that I update, and they're like, yeah, we changed the way all the buttons look and everything.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I get that they're going to do that, but, like, when the actual, like, mechanics of the game are different, or the variability, or they're promising that you can do XYZ, and then you can't, and they don't even tell you that it's missing, you just have to, like, discover that for yourself, and they haven't said shit, like...
Sean Murray still has not tweeted in like almost 2 months now, and that's the number one thing that has killed them.
You can't just like launch something and then not talk to your customers at all about it afterwards. Yeah. Like just leave it.
He has to, even just like an I'm sorry, like just something at all is what anybody wants to hear from him.
I just think it's like, who's going to want to fucking buy a game from Hello Games now?
No,
I wouldn't trust it.
I gotta say, it's really fascinating because this is the first time I've ever seen something like this happen. And it's interesting to watch how this is unfolding.
Because they're like indie, but then they got the pat on the back from PlayStation to like help them out in the advertising and promotion. So that's what happens. We never like seen a company like getting this much mess before. Besides like EA, they always are in a scramble.
Yeah, they always are, but it's just fascinating to watch, and it'll be interesting to see what the hell happens. Basically, the worst thing that could happen is that they have to take down videos off of Steam. Like, yeah. So it's not like the game's going to get fucking changed or anything.
It's just funny that it's honestly happening.
Yeah.
And I love that the UK is like strict about that, you know? That's why like when you do like a sponsored post in the UK, you have to put like ad in the title of the actual video. Like, I can just put that in the description. Yeah. Because, I mean, it does look dumb in the title of a video. But, like, you know, there she is. I get
why.
Yeah, I know why, yeah. And it makes sense.
Speaking of games, we played Virginia last night on stream for you guys.
Yeah.
And
it was wild.
That was a fucking wild ride. We read a whole explanation about it. I'm not going to explain any of it now. You guys...
We got all the symbolism online.
Yeah,
we apparently missed a lot of subtext when we were playing the game, but I feel like that always happens when we're streaming.
Yeah.
We're really bad at, like, keeping attention because we're trying to, like, also entertain.
Yeah, so we kind of suck at doing that, but we'll probably have the stream up on YouTube at some point.
Yeah.
It was still fun. We had a great time playing it.
Yeah, it was really pretty, too.
And, I guess the only other thing that's really happened, a lot of things I feel like have happened since the last time we recorded. But,
yeah, this is like an update show.
Yeah, you got your new iPhone.
Yes!
So...
My case is, like, not going to be here until, like, the second week of October, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to, like, wrap it in a sock in my purse inside of a sock. Because I don't want it to scratch, because I got the jet black one. So
yeah, so the whole thing, it's so smooth. She's smooth.
It's like the whole thing feels like one pane of glass. Like it doesn't feel separated at all.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I guess, or it is.
It is for the screen, but it's so discreet.
Ugh, it's just like, she's the sleekest little, I'm holding her.
Yeah.
It's great. And the camera's nice.
I thought the button was gonna be really weird because people were saying that it's not really a button anymore.
Yeah, like
I like it
when you use the home button instead of like actually pressing it in. When you like press on it, you feel internally in the phone almost like a click. Yeah, but it's not like a true button, you know. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was gonna be weird, but it's not, and I like it. The only thing is like this has been the weirdest new phone from Apple. I feel because I even had weird troubles doing the setup of this, and usually Apple products, like, I mean, how many fucking Apple devices have we set up before?
In between, like, iPods and iPads and iPhones and
like the
Macs.
computers, yeah.
There's been a lot.
So, like, they're usually really simple, and it's just, like, normal. But this was, like, fucking up. Like,
I feel like it might be iOS 10.
It is. Yeah.
So, iOS 10 is fucking trash, guys.
It's a weird, like, buggy launch. And so, like, even I was having problems with my 5S with iOS 10, and I figured, oh, it's because my phone's, like, not the right generation or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm even having problems on the 7, so I just think they need to fucking patch that. Though I don't have, like, 10.2 right now on this phone.
Oh, yeah.
So I gotta do that.
That's the one thing that's fucking me up the most is that the damn power button's on the side now. Like,
Yeah.
that's really just
I keep
throwing me.
I wonder I guess maybe, like, when it's in something, I don't know why they decided to change it there.
It's because it's, like, taller now, so that way you don't have to, like, shimmy your hand up.
Oh, yeah,
to,
like, look how awkward it is to, like, do that. Okay. Yeah, but it's really nice, and I'm, happy to have, like, a clearer camera. People are telling me my snaps are, like, really crisp. I'm like, nice.
The Insta and the snaps are about to get even more lit.
Yeah.
The chunkosity, like the details on the cats,
I know,
is going to be where it really shines.
Plus, I got that 128 gigs, which I've never had more than 16, so you can only imagine how excited I am. And
it blows my mind, like, being able to buy or download an app just whenever you feel like it and not worrying about the storage.
I literally had probably the maximum capacity of apps and photos and, like, anything that I could have on my phone, and I was always, if I wanted to take a picture, I had to, like, delete an app.
Yeah.
Take the photos that I needed, then delete all but one. It was so annoying.
Filming Chrachel cooks.
Or, like, any short video.
That's not, like, we don't do Chrachel cooks with, like, your Canon because it
doesn't focus.
Yeah, it doesn't autofocus. So we would always do it on the phones, and, like, we mostly use mine because I didn't have as many things on my phone, but, like, we would have, like, fucking use my phone until it gets filled, then use your phone until it gets filled, then import things. And
it was annoying.
Yeah. It's so much.
I'm excited. The only thing is, like, I use a little, like, wristlet wallet thing. I like to have, I'm not a purse person.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are, like, big purse people, and I'm just, like,
You're truly entering Seattle form, I feel.
No, I've always been this way, though.
I know, but I'm saying, like, you're entering the Seattle form, like...
Yeah. But I basically just like to have my phone, my keys, my wallet, like, all my cards if I'm actually using a wallet as my purse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
lipstick
I have on.
Yeah.
If I'm going to, like, an event or something, I might have, like, a slightly bigger bag so I can put, like, a Bare Minerals powder in there and, like, setting spray or something. Like, I like to have just not a lot of shit on me, because if I get a big tote bag, and I love them, like, they're beautiful, but I just know it will be filled with a bunch of shit that I don't need to have on me.
I mean, hey, using the Diva Cup, you don't gotta worry about carrying pads and tampons around with you.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying, so now I don't have to worry about that, too. But anyway, so my wallet is basically, like, the perfect size for iPhone 5, and it won't fit my new phone without, like, fucking it up. So I have to get, like, a new wallet, and I'm waiting for the case, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, no one really gives a shit, honestly. But that's where I'm at. So, like, right now I'm being so delicate with this fucking phone, and I'm, like, trying not to smudge it as
Last
much.
night I was, like, flipping out. I was like, all right, we have to get something really soft for, like, make a bed for this phone.
Oh, my God. So have any of you guys ever used the app Sleep Cycle? Because I use it, and it's basically a sleep tracking app that you can put your phone, like, we're not sponsored, by the way. It's a free app also, but they do have, like, premium, and it's I think it's like $9
You
for
were
the
saying,
year.
like, premium's only $99 a year, and I was like, what the fuck? That's so expensive.
I was like, no, it's $9.99. So, and I do it because it, like, tracks how your sleep goes, affected with the moon and everything, like the moon cycle, like
Sun
how it
and
affects. There's just so much shit that you can learn. I love the apps that, like, sync with the health app, and they learn a lot about you. Like, I love that stuff.
Plant Nanny, Clue, the Sleep Cycle, you're tracking your whole life.
Yeah,
here.
she's there. Also, I have Pacifica, and that's like a mood tracking, like, anti-anxiety app. And it's interesting. But anyway, so the Sleep Cycle app, you have to have your phone plugged in and face down by your, like, bed where your head is. So, like, I just have it on the windowsill by my pillow on my side.
Yeah.
And he was, like, getting so stressed out because he thought that the phone somehow would just, like, fall in between the bed and the wall and, like, scratch it up. So we, like, stuffed that little, like, crack with a bunch of pillows.
Guys, I'm really worried.
I know. I was
it's
like,
just
no one's
so
gonna
sleek
touch this.
and shiny.
I know. The moment I scratch, I'm going to be so sad. Because it's black. So, like, the other one, I've always had a white phone.
Yeah.
And it's always been a little bit less obnoxious.
I was really thinking about when they first launched these. I was like, I think I'm going to get the matte black because I feel like that'd just be really cool. But then just seeing this one in person, I know I have to get the jet black when I have my phone upgrade.
It's fine because we're just going to have different cases this time.
Yep.
So...
All right, well, I guess we should do some questions
now.
So we're going to do a quick ad break, and then we'll do the questions.
All right. So this episode is actually sponsored by AdamandEve.com, which you guys know I have a relationship with.
Yes, you're a part of the YouTube followers. Community. Yeah, you know that we've worked with Adam and Eve in the past.
Yeah, I've made a couple of videos for them on my channel. They've given me many orgasms, and you guys know we're sex positive here in the Coffee with Chrachel cinematic universe.
You know, everybody should grab a toy.
Yeah.
You know?
Just grab one. But honestly, like, they have a great selection of toys. They have their own stuff, and then they have, like, the hella nice ones, the deluxe luxury toys.
More than just toys, there's like fucking games and just like general supplies and everything like that.
They have like lingerie, they have like lubricant, all of anything you need to have a good time, okay?
Yeah. In general fashion, we've got a deal that we've got with Adam and Eve, that some savings we can pass on to you guys.
Yes.
So if you go to AdamandEve.com, you can get, for a limited time, 50% off one item that can be applied to just about every item on the store. And not only will you get that 50% off, you will also receive 3 free adult DVDs and a free mystery gift.
Ooh,
and
intrigue.
The intrigue mystery. And to top it all off, you will also get free shipping with the entire order.
Woohoo!
So you get 50% off one item. It can almost be anything in the store. You get 3 free DVDs and a free mystery gift and free shipping.
And you're getting the toy.
Yes, and you're getting the toy. It's fucking great. So,
and also, I always get a lot of questions when I talk about them. Everything comes super discreet. It's just like a fucking cardboard box. And then it has like an address, but it doesn't literally say anything about sex toys. It doesn't even say Adam and Eve on the box. So if you know, are worried about that, you know, I have somebody that gives me my package every day. And so that would be a little weird. So everything comes like really chill and like it looks like it's from Amazon, but probably not.
So go to AdamandEve.com and use the code CWC at checkout to get that amazing deal. That's CWC at AdamandEve.com. So let's go to Patreon. That's patreon.com/CoffeeWithChrachel if you want to help support the show. But you guys are going for questions first. And first one's from Jackie, who said, have you ever bit into a pepper like the host of the original Iron Chef in the opening sequence?
No.
No.
But I guess just because of the seeds. You know, I don't want a seed.
I'm a baby about spice. So, you know, like, it would...
Like a bell pepper?
Oh, well, a bell pepper I would do.
It was a bell pepper.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, I'll do that then. I mean, if it's a red one. Mm-hmm. The red ones are the best.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Green bell is like, whatever, we're just adding you for color.
Basically.
But no, I have not, but, you know, there's always time.
There's always time to try. Next one's from Jenna, who said, being someone who is also creative but a very anxious being, I have found that cosplay is an awesome way to channel that energy into something very hands-on. Especially being a former theater kid, there is something to be said about being able to wear/use something I made myself and possibly perform in it. I was just wondering if you guys have ever considered getting into cosplay, and if you were to cosplay anything, what would it be?
Like, I bet, like, the theater side of me would be really into it, but I was never...
Like, if you got into the character of whoever you were doing,
Yeah, and, like, just being able to, like, buy the things that you need to, like, get it all together. But I'm just not good at sewing.
Mm-hmm. So
I just never, I guess, considered it. Because I'm never going to be able to afford to, like, actually buy a costume. You know what I mean? I have to DIY.
I think it's fascinating, and I think cosplay, like, they can be really intense and look like fucking real as hell, but like I just feel like I would never be able to get to a costume that looked so like good that I'd be like proud of it, want to walk around in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't think I'd ever be that good at it.
Who would I be? Who would you be? If you could pick anyone.
It's probably going to be a video game. Oh my god. What if I was Todd? Toad.
Oh, I was like, who's Todd? Yeah, do Toad.
Okay, I'm going to do Toad.
I'll be
honestly. I used to always race Toad in the original Mario Karts. I was always racing Toad.
See, you should be able to play as Boo.
Oh shit, yeah.
Because that's who you would be. And if you could cosplay Boo, I would scream.
Oh my god, speaking of which, you gotta make me a Boo clay figure.
Yeah, bitch, I will.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
I should make a bunch of, like, Nintendo-ass crap and then they'll sue me. Yeah, I'm being very careful with this Etsy. No Taylor Swift clay, okay? Like,
oh, fuck, your store will
even
be
this
down.
podcast, bleep that.
You cannot. She who must not be named.
Honestly. I know that's like a 2013 joke, but it's coming back. I don't know, maybe it's not.
Okay, so now I'm going to jump to an email question.
Ooh, jumping into email.
This one actually has two questions in it, but the first one
It's not allowed against the law.
It's not allowed.
Just kidding.
The first one is, I moved from Virginia to New Jersey for grad school.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, I can't even say it. For grad school last year, and I absolutely hate it here.
But they can pump your gas.
Luckily, I work in New York, so I'm in the city almost every day, which is really takes the edge off of dealing with New Jersey's special brand of terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. Obviously, you guys are from PA, and I've heard you talk about Jersey before on the show, but I need to know...
They have similar vibes.
What do you actually think about New Jersey? A fan? Ambivalent? Hate it like I do? How do you feel about the Taylor ham / pork roll thing?
Oh, pork roll. Oh, and fucking scrapple. Like, I haven't heard a single person say scrapple here in Washington.
Because you're not in, like, PA Dutch land.
Do you guys even know what that is? You don't want to know. Vegans, stop listening right now.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to know.
Vegans, honestly, just don't want to go to Jersey or Pennsylvania.
True.
Like,
imagine trying to be... I mean, if you could, like, maybe Philly. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine trying to be vegan in PA. Like... where we went to school.
No way in hell. That's not happening.
It would be rough. You'd have to be fully raw Christina and just eat the produce.
Yep.
And that's it. And the
all
produce
or nothing.
isn't even good. And it's got, like, stink bugs in it. So.
And we were in the middle of fucking farmland, and it still wasn't, But Jersey as a whole, I mean...
I have family that lives in Jersey.
I don't mind Jersey. Like...
I wouldn't choose to live there.
No, like, now...
But I like the anecdote that comes with it.
Yeah. I like that they pump your gas. That's kind of nice. But also, I kind of want to do it myself.
Is Wildwood in Jersey? That sounds like it would be,
I feel like it could be. I don't like Atlantic City.
No. Or Seaside
Heights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever the Jersey Shore was actually filmed.
Yeah.
That was trashy and I didn't
Speaking
like it.
of which, one dude getting his own Food Network show.
Yeah.
Was it Vinny?
Yeah. Can we just, like, really quick side note, what the fuck is the Food Network doing? They're, like, coming the TLC of food.
Yeah.
They need to chill out.
It's kind of like...
They're giving any old washed up piece of shit a show. Not the YouTubers, though, because they're great. Break in. Break in. Break in. But I mean,
Food Network's really taken a turn towards reality TV, and it's
a little
upsetting.
Odd. They're becoming like the HGTV, like giving Vanilla Ice a fucking like kitchen renovation show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why Vinny and his mom from Jersey Shore need a fucking Food Network show over me.
Over you.
Just kidding, but like, he was like my favorite on that show anyway. Mm-hmm. Out of all of them, I barely remember. That was a year.
I never watched.
Oh, that was, like, popular when we were in college and, like, people would watch it downstairs.
Yep.
In the fucking room.
I remember when it was ending and everybody was, like, dying because it was ending. It was so popular.
It was. That was, like, a whole culture for a while there.
It was so popular.
You never heard Jersey more, you know?
That was the
You guys
peak.
got some saltwater taffy, though, I must say.
That was the peak.
And you've got very
Jersey.
average, if not grotesque, beaches. But when you're living in Pennsylvania where the only thing you could swim in is a cow puddle, then, I mean, you're going to do it. You're going to step on those shelly beaches where they tell you to get out of the water because there's a jellyfish thing happening. That happened.
The water is not, clear.
And I'm going to go and sit on that lady's lap and eat pretzels.
Yeah.
There was a time where we were there and they were like these orange jellyfish that were like there were billions of them in the water approximately. And they were making everybody itchy when you'd come out of the water.
Ew.
And I was just playing with them. I mean, I was itchy, but it was fun.
God damn. Did I ever tell the story that I got stung by a jellyfish?
No. I can't believe I don't know this about
you. You don't know this about me? When I was in Maryland or North Carolina.
Whoa.
I don't know the difference. One of these places, I was on a family vacation, and I was swimming, and then...
The beach.
Yes, at the beach, where one would. And then later on in the day, my ankle just started getting very swelled.
you didn't even feel it? It was like a
No, I didn't
delay?
feel that it happened. No. But like my ankle just started getting really swelled and then it hurt. And so then I had to go to the hospital and they gave me some medicine.
You always have to go to the hospital.
I always
it's
do.
Crazy.
And then I had to just stay home and have my foot rested and elevated, you know? Yeah, amputated.
Oh my God, that's crazy. What kind of stinger do you think it was?
I don't know. That's the mystery.
That's creepy.
It is really creepy.
Well,
I just remember the pills were really big that I had to take for the medicine. I hate that. The worst.
I just remember when we went on the choir cruise to Bermuda, like before that, in my head, I'm thinking, all right, my dad and his first wife on their honeymoon, their like story was that she got stung by a man-o-war.
Wow.
Which is like, if you don't know your jellies... That's like...
The name alone should imply something bad's happening.
They're beautiful, deadly creatures.
Yep.
And I idolize them.
It's usually the way it goes, beautiful but deadly.
You know, they could have had a man-o-war in Harry Potter. Managog. Whatever. Anyway, so she like turned purple and she lived, but like that's just a lot that happened.
That takes it to a whole another level.
Yeah. So I think about that all the time. And just daily. And I've had actually 2 like jellyfish encounters now that I think about it that have been stressful. And the first was like when we were in Florida and we were in these I guess they were in Palm West or whatever, I don't know.
Something with palms.
And all the beaches just had like, you know, when you see a man-o-war that's just like washed up. And it just
washed up, you know, not doing anything with its life.
Yeah, like a couch, whatever. And you see it, and it just looks like a, you know, like a fucking water balloon.
Yeah.
And it's like purple and blue. Have you ever seen this?
Not a man-o-war, but like...
Oh my God, okay, so this is not...
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Well, I've been there. There were like tons of them all over this like beach. And we just kept being told, like, don't pop them. And I was just, like, so scared as, like, walking through, like, a landmine.
Oh, my God.
And so that was the first time. And then when we were on the choir cruise, this one kid that was, like, the nice kid. And he was, like, everybody, like, loved giving this kid hugs. I don't know why. But, like, he was, like, the hug guy. But not, like, the, hey, where's my hug?
Yeah.
More like, we want to give him a hug.
Yeah, I feel that.
And the happiest, most jovial person in the choir. And he gets fucking stung by a jellyfish on the cruise. And he had, like, big lines on the front of his hand. And they were, like, dark red. And then everyone was like, oh, my God, do we have to, like, pee on him? Like, what do we do?
That's horrifying.
And some, like, British lady on the beach, like, ran over. And she was like, I've got fucking ointment.
Oh, my God.
And he was like, all right. But he has, like, scars now. And that happened.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Wild, crazy days at Florida.
The jellyfish just come to me. It could have been me, though. I remember there was a crab that, like, grazed my fucking foot in Bermuda, and I was upset.
You were gone, girl?
Yeah, there were some big-ass things there, you know?
All right, let me read the other question that's in this email.
All right.
How do you guys get your confidence and keep it? I know self-confidence and self-esteem is something you probably deal with in therapy, Rachel, but how do you both always just look and feel so confident in your own skin?
We look confident? That's a compliment.
For example, I always see trends that I want to try, mostly clothes, and I buy the pieces and just feel silly or dopey in them when I wear them in public, leaving me wishing I never wore them at all. I wish I could develop a good attitude and I don't give a fuck mindset, but I just can't no matter what I do. I feel like cute, cozy trends make me look frumpy as hell or like a homeless person, and I never feel like I'm rocking what I wear like you guys always do, especially Rachel. I feel like at almost 24, I shouldn't feel like this anymore, but I do. Any advice on this?
I would say, first of all, I'm not confident. Like, that's a facade, if you at all have thought that of me. I mean, I'm definitely, like, a lot more self-accepting in different ways, and like I love myself, but I'm also like I'm always very like insecure about certain things, and I'm definitely not feeling like when I put on an outfit that I'm like killing it.
I mean, see the video, like I learned to suddenly love myself, or whatever that video is that you made a little while ago.
Like I feel better about my body image and stuff, but I'm definitely not like, I don't think I'm a very snazzy dresser, and I feel like I probably like follow a lot less trends. I just kind of wear things that fit me nice and are in basic colors and just like could be overall
I found,
I guess.
as I have gotten older, I am just sticking to the classic basics. Like,
Yeah,
I just wear like
shit.
basic sweaters and some jeans. Like, you know, they're probably more like fitted and better made items as I go older, but like it's just class. I love just wearing sweaters. And
I feel like if anything, I get more trendy with my makeup, just because I just genuinely apply makeup well, I would say. I don't know. I like my makeup, and I think I'm good at it. Fuck off. That's the one thing I'm confident in is my makeup, I would say.
Yeah, you should.
And she's come a long way. You've seen the brows. Or have you? You know? Where'd they go?
They just randomly appeared somewhere in the 2010s.
But I think, honestly, the confidence comes from, like, the whole fake it till you make it bullshit. Like, you're literally just pretending. It's a lie. You know how many fucking, like, outfit photos I take where I take, like, 10, 20, and I'm like, wow, this doesn't even really look that great, and the lighting is terrible, and like, honestly, I don't really feel like, does my hand look weird? And I still post it, and then no one's, you know what I mean? Like, I just post things, and the more times I just accept what I'm looking at, and don't really think so critically, you gotta like silence that voice, which is, I mean, I can never always silence it, so it definitely takes work. But, like, the more times you just kind of, like, make snap decisions, like, part of me, it's hard for me sometimes to get out of the house because I'll be, like, scrutinizing my outfit or, like, scrutinizing the way my hair's laying, and I'm like, you know, and then I just get to that point where I'm like, literally, no one is looking at me. It's not that serious. And I think little by little, like, confidence grows when you just stop caring, but it's like a slow process, and I don't know. Yeah. We're all just riding this one wave of life.
So fake it till you make it.
That's pretty much my advice for it, because if you think that we give off the impression that we are confident, that is saying something about what we are doing.
You faked it.
We did it.
No, you made
because it. I wouldn't I don't think I exude confidence. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that at all. No. And if I do, whoa, crazy.
Wild.
That's news to me and my therapist. Okay, so on Twitter, we retweeted a couple articles that we need to talk about. So the first one, I did not know about this. Basically, canned pumpkin that you find at the grocery store, even if it says...
Oh no, are you ruining this for me?
Yes, but not really. But when I read the article title, I was so scared. And then I read it deeply, and honestly, it doesn't really bother me as much. So when you buy canned pumpkin, which pumpkin puree... For your banana, not for your banana
for
bread.
your banana breads.
For your pumpkin bread and your pumpkin scones and your pumpkin pie. It is not actually pumpkin. Even if it says 100%, it is actually mostly squash. Like butternut squash.
Wow, I can see
acorn squash.
How the roller coaster of emotions through this would have happened, because in that sentence,
like, what is it if it's not? But like squash, we love.
I mean, but pumpkin is a squash.
It is.
So,
but it's just not the best squash for canning. So the point of it is because pumpkin is very watery, and it's hard to like make a puree that's actually like flavorful and not shitty. So they just add in Hubbard squash, acorn squash.
Hey, I'm there.
Yeah, bitch. And that's what you get when you're getting puree. You're getting like pumpkin and other squashes pureed together.
Okay, well, I'm okay with that. I like a nice butternut. Veggie. Yeah.
And honestly, like, I don't give a shit. Because you're going to be adding, like, your nutmeg and your cinnamon. You're never going to
honestly, most of the flavor of, like, pumpkin whatever's, pumpkin pies or whatever, mostly comes from the spice. Yeah.
So, like, it was just the way that they phrased it. They were like, oh, like... So you've been eating, like, squash bread and squash scones and squash pie. And that's, I guess, like, funny. But, yeah, it is just a squash.
There's nothing funny about this. This is just terrible.
This is
serious business.
I want to make some. Because, like, I've secretly thought, like, maybe we are trash for buying the puree. We don't ever buy, like, pumpkin pie filling, but we buy, like, the canned pumpkin. Yeah. Because I'm not going to sit here and gut a pumpkin for not a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Like,
well, who do you think we are?
What? Also, I definitely think we need to make a video of us. We've already discussed drunk jack-o'-lantern making.
Yeah, still not a good idea, but we're going to do it anyway.
We're going to do it. So anyway, pumpkin pie. So we were also tweeted about the whole 13 zodiac situation.
I feel like this comes up every year.
Yeah, like every year I hear that there's one that begins with like an O.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, and I just like, I'm like, fuck you, I'm a Pisces. And all I know is like NASA confirmed it because it's like apparently mathematically it lines up.
Like
they're supposed to be 13.
Yeah, like whatever the constellation is that goes with the zodiac sign, like it's there and it fits into the schedule, and it was supposed to be there, but they cut it out at the beginning
because they wanted it to be what, like 12 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I get that.
Like that's what it was, and they're just like, yeah, we did the math, but we don't know about any of the feelings part of this.
Yeah, because they don't do like astrology. They're
just astronomy. Yeah.
So technically, according to the math, I guess I'm a Pisces, or not. No, I'm an Aquarius, and you're still a Pisces because of the way you're on the 14th, and I think it like ends March 11th. So I just don't care. Like, I'm gonna be a Pisces.
Yeah.
I'm a Slytherin Pisces, and you can fuck off. What was Moaning Myrtle? Was she a Slyth?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm obviously Moaning Myrtle. I'm crying and I'm a Slytherin.
I think.
If she's
guys,
not,
correct me. I mean, I was right about Slughorn being a
Siri,
Slytherin.
is Moaning Myrtle a Slytherin?
Did she get it?
Let me think. I found something on the web about is Moaning Myrtle a Slytherin. Check it out.
Thanks, Siri. Wow, Hey Siri's really advanced now.
The Wikipedia. Yeah, Hey Siri actually works really well. Oh my god, also your passcode is now, instead of just being 4 numbers, it's 6, and it fucking freaks me out because I just write like my doot, and then I'm like, oh shit, doot.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, she's Ravenclaw. You fucking fake fan.
Wow,
bitch.
I don't know anything.
So anyway, I'm not
guys.
Moaning Myrtle. Whatever, I feel like I'm the crying aspect of Moaning Myrtle.
Oh, fuck. Well, you know.
We went on a tangent there.
We're Pisces.
Yeah,
you know?
we don't
Well,
give a
I'm not
shit.
really a Pisces. I can't be defined by astrology. It's
Because
okay.
astrology, like, I would be more defined by it if it was, like, a science. Like, okay, like, I believe in science and these are the facts, but, like, astrology-wise, like, that's up to what? I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
I just don't know what I believe there, man. Okay, so this is a question from our Reddit. So if you want to leave us a question there, it's the subreddit r Coffee with Chrachel.
Yes.
So this one says, "Hey Rachel, I'm also Jewish and I moved from Miami to the Bible Belt a few months ago. I work in retail and I'm kind of worried about Christmas time here because of all the hardcore Christians here. I was around for Easter and when people would tell me Happy Easter, I'd just respond with you too, but there were a lot of people who tried making conversation by asking if I did anything special for Easter, and I was kind of like, well, you see, I'm Jewish, so no. And it was awkward and weird, and I only got a few remarks from old people telling me that I'm going to hell. Whoa. Did you have to deal with this at all when you worked in retail? And if you did, how did you make it less awkward?"
God damn.
I definitely experienced anti-Semitism, but not necessarily when it comes to, like, working for the holidays.
God, I can't believe that, like...
But yeah, that's wild. Like, that would happen at Millersville. Oh, yeah, because Millersville was, you know, it's Pennsylvania, it's Amish country, so, like, every Christian holiday was, like, celebrated, honestly.
Yeah.
And they would have, like, fucking Easter dinner and shit at the dining hall. And I always thought it was weird that they had, like, any sort of religious dinners at all.
Yeah.
You know? And then my boss at that Starbucks would always ask me, but, like, then, you know, it was never, like, in a bad way. But it was always, like, a little awkward being like, yeah, I don't do Easter.
I can't... It just blows my mind, you know.
I got
Even,
more of
like,
that when I was in
Judaism,
elementary school. In elementary school, teachers did not know what to do with me because my mom was a huge bitch about it and was like, God forbid you're gonna glue fucking, you know, a bunny near a chickadee. You know what I mean? Like, that was like, she was very like, you shouldn't have to, like, participate in anything that's not Judaism related at all. Like, there was, what is it, A Christmas Story or whatever, A Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
And,
you know, there's both. Like
Little Tommy or whatever. Tiny Tim.
Little Tommy.
Little
Tommy Pickles.
Tommy and, what is it? The old Groucho. You know, Scroogey.
Scroogy.
Yeah, like, I didn't do that, even though I would have done, like, the Christmas past. Like, come on. I actually celebrate Christmas now, but not for, like, the religious aspect.
Yeah.
But, like, there would be all these instances where, like, I would have to be forced to not participate. Also, it got real Christian in Girl Scouts sometimes.
Oh, wow.
There were, like, Jesus crafts that we would do, and I never knew what the fuck to do because it was, like, literally decorating a cross, and I just felt really weird as I, like... I don't know. I just felt awkward.
I mean, Boy Scouts got kind of religious, too.
Yeah, well, they're fucked up.
Yeah.
Fuck the Boy Scouts. I guess, like, as I got older, I just kind of, like, hid my Judaism because I used to get bullied for it a lot in, like, elementary and middle school. And that's so shitty because I shouldn't have, but that's what I did.
I honestly don't know what I would do in this situation, it's...
Well, at work, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, at work, I guess you kind of just have to be like,
But if someone were to ask you, like,
Easter.
how did you celebrate Easter? I don't know what I would say.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, oh, that candy.
That
that's
fucking
true.
money he came by.
Let's be real. Every Easter, I still get myself some goddamn, what are they? Starburst jelly beans.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Those are so good. And those marshmallow eggs, the marshmallow chocolate-covered eggs.
Yeah. They have all the Halloween candy in the store right now, and it kills me every time I walk by it.
Mini.
We get one bag.
Yeah, we get one bag.
We gotta get one.
I'm worried. We haven't been in this apartment for Halloween. If someone fucking trick-or-treats, I'm gonna scream.
Oh, God.
It's like no one knocks, and like I don't want anyone to knock because I don't expect it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So if it does, I'm gonna think it's like the worst.
God,
do you think people will trick-or-treat?
I don't know. I feel like that just doesn't happen in inner city Seattle.
Yeah, like in apartments, I guess. But like if you had kids and you lived in like downtown Seattle in an apartment building, would you trick-or-treat them around the apartment building, or would you take them to a suburb? What would you do? Also, what's the protocol for trick-or-treating? Because like literally,
it's hard to tell.
Probably not safe.
Yeah, that too. But like, it's hard to tell if like it's usually like leave your lights on if you want to have trick-or-treaters, turn them off.
We don't have lights.
Yeah, you don't have lights outside your apartment.
Some people have like doormats, and I'm like, that's a risk. I feel like if we had a doormat, it would be taken. But also, I see some people, their doormats are still there, so people might respect the doormat here. I don't know if this is like in our last apartment, I would have never put a doormat.
I would have never just knocked on somebody's door randomly.
I would have never put anything outside of my apartment in the building that I didn't want to get rid of.
Yeah. I want my door to be indistinguishable as fuck.
Maybe I wouldn't have a doormat, though.
I don't think I would.
No. I mean, a doormat signifies you gotta scrape your bootsies. And we've already walked through, like, how many layers of hell before we get up here. You know what I mean? Like, my boots are scraped. I don't need to, like, take off any dirt. I want it really badly. You know how BuzzFeed does those, like, what crap you need to buy on Amazon this week?
Yeah.
They had this one, it's like a nice hedgehog that you scrape your boots against.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those things.
And I was like, damn, I love that. I love that. And it's like, I don't need it at all, because my feet are never getting muddy anymore.
We just walk on pavement. When's the last time we've walked on dirt?
But you can't wear, like, fucking sandals here. You have to have a bit of heel in the way of you and the ground. Otherwise, your feet are going to be so dirty when you leave. Like, that's the one thing about living in a city that I never thought about. I would never get, like, a pedicure anymore.
No.
I'll get a pedicure on my wedding day or something. Like... Also, I hate pedicures. If you don't know that about me, I just don't like people touching my feet. And it's just, I could just give it to myself. Isn't that lame?
Wow, yeah.
All right, well, I think it's time to get into binge time.
Yes, so thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Thanks for catching up.
Having a cup of coffee with us.
Yeah, on National Coffee Day, or you're probably not listening to us on
International Coffee Day. Happy Grey's Anatomy Day.
Oh, yeah. All right, we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Clunko.
Squeezy. That was a hearty clunk.
You are pissing me off. Squeezy's like, I'm awake now, and I am ready to bother you.
Everything in the fucking apartment right now.
He looks very cute, though. I like him.
God, Squeezy, your paper, like...
munching
is really annoying. I'm just going to say that, Squeezy. So, benches, this is where you're moving to in the U.S.
All right, so we did some Googling here.
Some Google mapping. Mm-hmm. And this is the city you're moving to.
So Nicole Dowling is moving to Downey, California.
Alicia Schreiner is moving to Schriever, Louisiana.
Bailey Lynn is in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Jackie Goldfarb is in Fargo, North Dakota.
Sloan Nolan is in Portland, Oregon.
Sarah Booth is in Boothbay Harbor, Maine.
Allison Sense is in Henderson, Nevada.
Hunter Curtis is in Huntington Beach, California.
Megan Rackley is in Ganado, Arizona. I hope I pronounced that right.
Kate Convery is in Converse, Texas.
Oh my God. Danielle Manus is in West Jordan, Utah.
Taylor Collins is Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Emma Corbeil is Corpus Christi, Texas.
Heather Ann is in Savannah, Georgia.
Sloan Fuller is in Fullerton, California.
Angelica Feliz is in Los Angeles, California.
California is too fucking big.
There's a lot of Californias.
A whole lot of... They're like a whole elbow pasta. It's a lot. Cassandra Lee is in Sandy Springs, Georgia.
Emma Gren is in Grenada, Mississippi.
Courtney Hall is in Hollandale Beach, Florida.
Becca Jansen is in Jansen, Nebraska. Angela
Sue is in San Angelo, Texas.
Michelle North is in North Charleston, South Carolina. That's a fucking twisto.
Yeah, that's a plot twist. Erin Bray is in Bramer, Missouri.
Allison Teresa is in Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey. Jada Goshi is in Montgomery, Alabama.
My Elizabeth is in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Laura Collins is in Collinsville, Illinois.
Ishbel Mendez is in Bellevue, Washington.
Yo! Talia Miller is in Millersville, PA.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Kat Villegas is in Moreno Valley, California.
Margarita is in Amarillo, Texas.
Hannah Labelson is in LaBelle, Florida.
Nice. Daisy Blossom Dottie is in Blossom, Texas.
Emily Lewis is in Louisville, Texas.
Chloe Archer is in Archdale, North Carolina.
Anthony Hood is in Hoodsport, Washington.
Never heard of that, but I'm sure it's here. Mariah Hanna is in Hannibal, Missouri.
Elizabeth Holbrook is in Brooklyn, New York.
We have friends there.
Yeah, that's one we've heard of.
Jennifer Habgood is in Goodlettsville, Tennessee.
Madison Greer is in Jackson, Mississippi.
Madison Wolf. Mrs. Mississippi. Giuseppe. Madison Wolf is in Madison, Wisconsin.
Megan McNally is in McLean, Virginia.
Skylar Medley is in Medley, Florida.
Megan Preyes is in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Corey Springfield is in Springfield, Missouri.
Kat is in Catasauqua, PA.
Never
I
heard
lived
that
in
one.
there. I lived in Catasauqua for a couple of years.
You lived in there.
I lived in there.
Wow, crazy. Ilka is from Illinois City, Illinois. Whoa.
Jax is going to Jacksonville, Florida.
Nicole Allen is in Allentown, PA.
The home of the stink bug coming to America.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Courtney White is White Plains, New York.
Bridget Carey Davis is in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Jennifer Cornwell is Corning, New York.
Your state. Sophia Cock is in Cockeysville, Maryland.
Ash Rozelle is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Where's like Intercourse, PA? Come on. Jackie Burkhart is in Heartland, Texas.
Beth Fonsek is in Bethlehem, PA.
Oh my God. Jackie Bergiulio is in Jackson, Wyoming.
Christina Contreras is in Christiansburg, Virginia.
Catherine Simpson is in Simpin. Catherine Simpson is in Simpsonsville.
Oh my God.
I can't. Don't leave this in. Catherine Simpson is in Simpsonville, South Carolina.
Oh my God. Marlene Naj is in Marlsboro, Massachusetts.
Ian Murphy is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Why do I get all the fucking...
Cater Liriano is in Pompano Beach, Florida.
Nice. Rebecca O'Donnell is in Odon, Indiana.
Kendall Berg is in Pittsburgh, PA.
Allie McGregor is McKinney, Texas. You were the whole place.
Megan Grilly is in Grilly, North Dakota.
Chloe Killip is in Killeen, Texas.
Taka Roach is in Tacoma, Washington.
Yes. Cassandra Buckout is in Buckley, Washington.
Haley Cadwalder is in Walla Walla, Washington.
We're just here, man. Camellia Malky is in Key West, Florida.
Maddie Pullman is in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Whoa. Amanda Marie is in Norman, Oklahoma.
Allison Francois is in Allison, Iowa.
Caitlin Whalen is in Wales, Wisconsin.
Cody Robinson is in Cody, Wyoming.
Lauren Chavon is in Renton, Washington.
Sarah Seaman is in Seattle, Washington.
Whoa. Dana Daly is in Dana Point, California.
Megan Wilson is in Richardson, Texas.
Claire Wood is in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Woodbury. Right next to Stars Hollow. Kelly Adams is in Adamstown, Maryland.
Anna Hernandez is in Anaheim, California.
Jenna Gordonier is in Jenner, California.
Sasha Smith is in Smith Point, Texas.
Sarah is in Sarah, Mississippi.
Whoa. Flynn and Drew is in Drew, Mississippi. Fuck you, Flynn.
Mississippi is just not creative with the city
They're like,
names.
I'll name it after my sister.
Bridget Dubin is in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Hillary Gay is in Gaylord, Michigan, which I think we should all inhabit.
Mackenzie Knight is in Nighthawk, Washington.
And Rachel Evans is in Evansville, Indiana.
All right, the other benches, where are they residing in the United States?
I would say they're all in those towns that are like population 302.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got Stephanie Oliver,
Allie Malone,
Kathleen Wynn,
Rose Barnett.
So thanks, guys, so much. Let us know if you've actually been to the place we said.
Or if you know somebody that's there or something. You know?
And if you don't, then no cookie.
Then you
for
can't
you.
listen anymore. That's it.
Bye.
No show for you.
You're not getting a sticker, okay?
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.